Hey, good evening, guys. It's Faraji here. With the closing of the year, there's a lot of talk about, bringing things into the new year and not bringing things into the new year, cutting people off, letting people go, letting negative things, people, places, and things go. It put me in a mindset of group economics. Lately, I've been having a lot of conversations about group economics and why it doesn't work versus different communities, different cultures, perhaps, etc. But I wanted to shed some light on that. No matter who you are, no matter what community you belong to, no matter what race, nationality, group economics work. Group economics, in layman's terms, is basically, a group of people, pooling resources, whether it be money, etc., together to accomplish one common goal. So in the aspect of New Year's resolutions, bringing things into the new year, keeping your circle tighter, things of that nature, I just wanted to impress on you some things that you want to do with you and those around you, whether it be friends, family, it doesn't matter. So if you are in a group of individuals, your circle is tight, let's just say. So this is the things you want to do with you and your group. You want to set goals so you guys can be accountability partners. If you are unable to, for example, to purchase a house, but you got $5,000 and your friend got $5,000 and somebody else had $5,000, I'm just using $5,000 as an example, you guys can draw up a contract between you guys and pool your money together to buy that investment property, to buy a place that you guys can live in, whether you want to own a business. So right off the back, if you're the type of individual that says, oh no, this is not going to work because somebody is going to not do right, you're probably that person. It's always important to understand the part that you play in any dynamic, especially in your group of friends or in your family. But if you simply can't put, let's just say $100 towards something that will benefit the entire group for now, then yeah, you're probably not the type of person that'll invest or do things of that nature. You could call yourself a lone wolf to a certain degree. But for the aspect of, your circle, your tight circle, get goals together. Get a list of goals that you guys want to accomplish for 2019 and knock them out. Be each other's accountability partner. Secondly, you want to have financial goals. You can set a challenge between the group or just put some strategy in place for everyone to come up financially. Be each other's accountability partner in that aspect too. So instead of, getting together to go out or go on trips, okay, well, once we save $10,000, then we'll take a trip. You reward yourself with a trip. I'm just tossing examples out there because these are things that I know that'll work. So once you hit your financial marker, you celebrate, you go take a trip, you buy something nice for yourself, you don't splurge, you don't go crazy, and then you get on the next marker. You can do things like that, but it's always beneficial to come together. And I always believe that no matter the simplest of details, you need to have some type of, legal contract that outlines everything. So there's no confusion, there's no second guessing anything. And, you go down the list of what ifs. What if one person back out? What if one person can't meet some marker? You want to have that outlined so you know how to operate in that instance. So, everybody's covered. Everybody has their contingency plan, or they have an idea what's supposed to take place if X, Y, and Z occurs. And because you are friends does not mean that you cannot cover your ass. Basically anything, you want to treat things like business, and it doesn't take away from the importance of that person, your connection and the dynamic that you have, but you want to protect yourself. And I do the same thing with my investors group. I have 10 people that came in at $1,000, and we kind of outlined what the responsibilities are, what's the ROI, the return on interest, and what we invest in. So it gives you transparency, so there's no confusion. One person backs out, we have a contingency plan in place. So in the scope of group economics, think about that. Some things that you may want to do. And of course, everybody's not going to be able to do it. Not everybody's not going to have the finances, the resources, or the mindset to do it. And whether that's okay or not in your book, find your tribe that is. Not everybody's going to be able to do it, but find those who can. So when people come to me with investment ideas and things like that, I consider it, and if it works for me, it works for me. If not, it does not. But find that person. So I'm in the process now of I want to buy land, So if, me reviewing land prices, etc., is outside my scope, I start tapping into my resources. Hey, this plot of land is going to cost us, or these acres of land is going to cost $20,000, and I have 10. Put up the other 10, and we can own the land together. Or even simpler than that, 5,000. Let's just get 4 people to put up $5,000, and we can all own this piece of land. And there is contract drawn up to where what's going to happen, what you're expected to do, what your role is, and what the dynamic is and what the guidelines are. That's not a problem. So, and I see people do it all the time. You could go into business with a person. Everybody has a fraction of that business. It's the same thing as investing. If you can't buy it outright whole yourself, you own a fraction of it. So why can't we own the fractions until we can own a whole? We constantly pour into whatever this investment, whatever this endeavor is, until we can, get a whole share, and then you can go your separate way, I can go mine, but we built something together. This is the same things that I teach couples to do, so, instead of having multiple people, you can start off with the foundation, you and your partner. You can invest in some things, and then whether you have an agreement between you two or not, this is how you operate. This is how you move forward. So I just wanted to put that on your mind and your heart as everybody's going into the new year, and everybody's, going or speaking of this transition of, getting toxic people or people who are not on the same level as you out of your life, and you separate yourself from people, places, and things that don't serve you well. Think about using that as a come up, because it's difficult to come up by yourself. Sometimes, in some instances, people don't have the finances or have the resources, or depending on where their level of living is, above, in, or below their means, you might not have that capital. But look to the person that you spend the most time with. Hey, we go out every weekend. Why don't we just forego going out weekend for the first 6 months of the year, and we stack this money so we can do something with it? You'd be surprised the franchises that you can find under $10,000, the franchises that you could get into for under $50,000, or the plots of land that cost, just thousands of dollars, not even a lot, $3,000, $4,000, $1,000. Or you could go into, buying property. There's many things that you can do, but if it's not on your radar, you'll never think about it. You'll be stuck buying liabilities. But anyway, again, this is Faraji Torre. If y'all got any questions, feel free to inbox me, comment below, and I'll talk to you guys soon.